Dear students, welcome back. Welcome back to the online English class. Welcome back to the 7th part of the lesson, Boli. Boli was going to marry Bishambarnath. But some unexpected incidents happened on the wedding day. When Bishambarnath saw the face of Boli, he asked 5,000 rupees as dowry. Ramlal, Boli's father, got shocked. He requested him to reduce the amount, but Bishambarnath didn't change his demand. At last, Boli's father agreed to give 5,000 rupees. This is what we discussed in the last part. Please watch the video carefully, enjoy the story, make a clear idea about the content of the lesson. Let's continue. Then out with 5,000, Ramlal said, tears streaming down his face. Ramlal went in, opened the safe and counted out the notes. He placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet. Bishambar didn't change his demand. He wanted 5,000 rupees. He wanted 5,000 as dowry. At last Ramlal agreed with him. Ramlal was ready to give 5,000 rupees. He went inside. Tears streaming down his face. Ramlal went inside. He opened the safe and counted out the notes. He counted the notes. He placed the bundle at the bridegroom's feet. He placed 5,000 rupees at Bishambar's feet. He handed over the money to Bishambar, 5,000 rupees as dowry. Bishambar became extremely happy. On Bishambar's face appeared a triumphant smile. On Bishambar's face appeared a winning smile. He has won. He had gambled and won. He bargained and finally he won. Then he was ready to garland the girl. Give me the garland, he announced. He asked for the garland. He was ready for the marriage. Now the bridegroom was happy because he had won the bet. His demand was accepted. He asked for garland. He was ready for the marriage. He was ready to marry Boli as he received 5,000 rupees. Once again, the veil was slipped back from the bride's face. But this time her eyes were not downcast. She was looking up, looking straight at her prospective husband. And in her eyes, there were neither anger nor hate, only cold contempt. Once again the veil was slipped back. Once again the cloth was slipped back from bride's face. Boli removed the cover of her face. Boli removed the veil from her face. But this time she was not looking downside. She was looking up. She was looking straight at her prospective husband. Boli removed the cover of her face and stared at Bishambar. Her eyes were full of disrespect for him. In her eyes, there was neither anger nor hate. She was not angry. She didn't hate him, but only cold contempt, disrespect. Her eyes were full of disrespect for him. As Bishambar was about to garland her, she removed the cover of her face and stared at Bishambar with cold contempt. Bishambar raised the garland to place it around the bride's neck. Bishambar was going to garland the girl. He was going to place the garland around the bride's neck. But before he could do so, Boli's hand struck out like a streak of lightning and the garland was flung into the fire. She got up and threw away the veil. As Bishambar was about to garland her, she struck her hand at the garland as quick as a streak of lightning. She struck her hand at the garland, and the garland was flung into the fire. She got up and threw away the veil. Then she stood up, threw away her veil too. She uncovered her face and threw away the veil. Boli struck her hand at the garland as quick as a streak of lightning. The garland flew and fell into the sacred fire. She threw away the veil too. She stood up. Pitaji, said Boli in a clear, loud voice. And her father, mother, sisters, brothers, relations and neighbors were startled to hear her speak without even the slightest stammer. without even the slightest stammer. Boli stood up and addressed her father, Pitaji. Her voice was clear. She spoke in a clear, loud voice, and she was not stammering. Her father, mother, sisters, brothers, relations, and neighbors got shocked to see this. Her family was shocked to see this. She addressed her father Pitaji without even the slightest stammer. Her voice was clear. She spoke in a loud voice. Her voice was clear and she spoke without stammering. Boli's father, mother, sisters, brothers, relations, and neighbors were startled to hear her speak without even the slightest stammer. Pitaji, take back your money. I am not going to marry this man. Ramlal was thunderstruck. The guests began to whisper, so shameless, so ugly and so shameless. Boli said, Pitaji, take back your money. Don't give it to him. Take back your money because I am not going to marry this man. I am not ready to marry this man. I am not going to marry this man. Ramlal was shocked. Ramlal was shocked to hear all that. Boli continued and said that her father should take back his money because she would not marry that man. The guests began to whisper. The guests who came for the wedding started whispering. Even the relatives started whispering that the girl was shameless and she was refusing to the marriage. The guests began to whisper, so shameless, so ugly and so shameless. What is this girl doing? So ugly, so shameless. The guests whispered, but Boli was firm. She told her father to take the money back because she is not going to marry Bishambar. Ramlal was shocked to see all this. Boli, are you crazy? Shouted Ramlal. Boli, are you mad? Shouted Ramlal. You want to disgrace your family? Have you some regard of our Izzat? Ramlal grew angry. He shouted at Boli. He shouted at Boli that she had gone mad. You want to disgrace our family? Have some regard of our Izzat. Izzat means honor. You are disgracing our family. You are trying to bring disgrace to our family. Do you want to disgrace our family? Have some regard of our Izzat. Have some regard for our honor. So Ramlal grew angry and shouted at Boli that she had gone mad because such an act of her could bring disgrace to their family. But Boli said, for the sake of your Izzat, said Boli, I was willing to marry this lame old man. But I will not have such a mean, greedy and contemptible coward as my husband. I won't. Boli was firm. She replied that for the sake of her family's honor, she accepted Bishambar's proposal. For the sake of your Izzat, I was willing to marry this lame old man. For the honor of our family, I agreed to marry this lame old man. I accepted it for our family. It was for the sake of her family's honor that she had consented to marry the lame old man. But now I am not ready to marry a greedy coward. But I will not have such a mean, greedy, contemptible coward as my husband. I don't want such a cheap, greedy and contemptible coward as my husband. I won't marry this man. What a shameless girl. We all thought she was harmless and dumb cow. Boli turned violently on the old woman. Yes, auntie, you are right. You all thought I was a dumb, driven cow. That's why you wanted to hand me over to this heartless creature. An old woman commented on Boli. What a shameless girl. We all thought she was a harmless, dumb cow. An old woman commented that Boli was a shameless girl. They all thought that Boli was a dull and innocent girl But now Boli proved that she was a shameless girl, an old woman commented. Boli turned violently on that old woman. Boli looked at her with extreme anger. Boli turned violently on the old woman. And she replied clearly, "Yes, auntie, you are right. You are right, auntie." Boli said that everyone had thought that she was a fool. That's why you wanted to hand me over to this heartless creature. You people thought that I was a dumb, driven cow, so you wanted to hand me over to this heartless creature. Boli was angry. Boli said that everyone thought that she was a fool, and that is why they wanted to marry her off to an unkind man. Students, today we are concluding here. I think you got an idea about the content of the lesson. If you have any doubt, you can clarify it with me. Complete the given homework and send it in the group. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.